It always starts the same way. A quiet morning, a warm cup of tea, the same routines, the same chair, the same silence. You're not in pain. You're not sick. Life just drifts. And without even realizing it, that drift pulls you away from your health, your strength, your future. The truth is, it's not the big accidents or sudden diseases that take most lives. It's the small, ordinary things, the everyday habits we think are harmless, the things we've been doing for years because they feel comfortable, familiar, even deserved. But here's the danger. Some of those very habits are slowly stealing days, weeks, even years from us, and we don't even see it happening. This video isn't here to scare you. It's here to shine a gentle, compassionate light on the quiet things that may be weakening your body, your mind, your joy. It's here to help you take back your time, not just to live longer, but to live better. Because you still matter. Your story still matters. And there are simple, powerful choices you can make today that can add precious life to your years. Let's begin. Number 1. Sitting for too long. The hidden danger in your favorite chair. We've earned our rest. After decades of working, raising families, enduring life's battles, it feels good to finally slow down. To sit back in that familiar chair and let the world pass by for a moment. But here's the problem. When that moment stretches into hours, and those hours repeat every single day, something dangerous begins to happen. Quietly, invisibly. Sitting too long may feel restful, but over time it becomes one of the most lethal habits for anyone over 60. You see, your body is designed to move, not to run marathons or climb mountains, but to circulate blood, strengthen muscles, and keep your lungs and joints alive. When you sit for extended periods, watching TV, reading, dozing off, your circulation slows, blood pools in your legs, oxygen struggles to reach your heart, your metabolism drops, and gradually your muscles begin to shrink and weaken, especially in your legs and core, which are essential for balance. You might notice yourself feeling stiffer, more tired, or even dizzy when standing. These aren't signs of just getting older. They're signals from your body saying, I need movement to stay alive. Let me share a story. Mrs. Helen, age 76, was a retired nurse. Sharp mind, kind heart. She lived alone and spent most of her days in her recliner, watching old movies, flipping through books, dozing off. One day she slipped while reaching for the TV remote. She broke her hip and never fully recovered. When the doctors looked back at her health history, they found no major illnesses. What they saw was decades of a gradually weakening body from sedentary living. No one warned her that sitting still too long could lead to such frailty. You don't have to become a fitness expert. Just interrupt your sitting every 30 minutes, stand up, stretch your arms, march in place for 30 seconds, walk to the mailbox. Even a slow walk around the room tells your body, I'm still here, I still want to live. Think of it this way. Sitting may feel like rest, but too much of it is quiet surrender. Choose movement. Choose life. Number 2, skipping meals. When I'm not hungry turns into silent starvation. You've probably heard this in your own mind. I'm not that hungry. I'll eat later. Or, it's just me today. No need to cook. It feels harmless, even logical. Why prepare a full meal when you're not feeling hungry, or when your appetite isn't what it used to be? But skipping meals is far more dangerous than most people realize, especially for seniors. As we age, our appetite naturally decreases, our sense of smell and taste dulls, and sometimes sadness, medications, or digestive issues make food feel more like a burden than a joy. But what doesn't decrease is our need for nutrition, our need for protein, healthy fats, vitamins, and hydration. When you skip meals, your body quietly begins to break itself down. It pulls nutrients from your bones, your muscles, even your brain. And you begin to lose more than weight. You lose strength, memory, immunity, and clarity. Let me introduce you to George, 82. He was living alone after his wife passed. Slowly, over months, he began skipping meals, partly from grief, partly because cooking for one felt pointless. He lost energy. He began falling. He couldn't remember small things. Eventually, he was hospitalized, not from illness, but from malnutrition. No one told George that not eating enough was just as dangerous as overeating. Here's what you can do. Eat small, simple meals throughout the day, even if it's just a bowl of oatmeal, a banana, a boiled egg. Your body needs fuel. Keep easy, healthy snacks nearby. Yogurt, nuts, soup, whole grain toast. Cook in batches or use frozen meals if cooking every day feels overwhelming. Eat with others whenever possible. Loneliness is a quiet appetite killer. Remember, eating isn't just a chore, it's survival. And even more than that, it's an act of self-love. Feed your body because you still have life to live, and you deserve to live it well. Number 3, not drinking enough water, the invisible thief of strength and clarity. Most seniors don't feel thirsty until it's too late. Why? Because as we age, the body's thirst signals weaken. Your brain doesn't ring the alarm bell the way it used to. That means by the time you think, I should get a glass of water, your body may already be dehydrated. Dehydration doesn't just make you tired or lightheaded, it can shut down major systems in your body. It can cause urinary tract infections. It can make you feel confused, dizzy, or forgetful. It can trigger constipation, kidney problems, and even delirium. And if you're on medication, dehydration can make side effects much worse. Let's go back to a real story. Agnes, age 79, was rushed to the ER for what her daughter thought was early dementia. Agnes was confused, barely speaking and trembling. Doctors found no stroke, no brain disease, just severe dehydration. 2 days on IV fluids, and she returned to her bright, clear self. That's how serious it is. And yet we ignore water every day. Why? I don't want to keep going to the bathroom. It's a hassle to get up. I'm just not thirsty. Those are real feelings, but the risks are too big to ignore. Here's what you can do. Keep a small water bottle near your favorite chair, sip slowly. Add lemon, mint, or a splash of juice to make it tastier. Use soups, fruit, and tea to sneak in more fluids. Set reminders on your phone or write on sticky notes. Drink water at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. Water is the easiest medicine you'll ever take. It's free, it's powerful, and it can change everything. Don't wait to feel thirsty. Drink for the body you want to keep strong, clear, and independent. Number 4, holding in stress, when silence becomes a slow poison. There's something many seniors share, a deep habit of keeping things inside. We don't want to worry our kids, we don't want to seem weak, so we nod, we smile, and we suffer quietly. But bottled up stress is not harmless. It raises your blood pressure. It weakens your immune system. It steals your sleep, your joy, your clarity. Think about it. How many nights have you laid awake thinking about money, health, your children, or the past? Now imagine what that quiet stress has done to your heart over the years. Let me tell you about Tom, 74. On the outside, he was calm, steady, peaceful, but inside, he was holding years of regret, loneliness, and fear about aging. He developed ulcers, insomnia, and eventually heart issues, not from genetics, but from years of internalized emotional stress. You don't have to share every detail of your pain, but you do need an outlet. Here's what helps. Talk to one trusted person, a friend, a pastor, a neighbor. You'd be amazed what one honest conversation can do. Write your feelings down. Journaling is like opening a window for your soul. Cry when you need to. There is no weakness in that. Use music, art, prayer, or meditation to soften your inner world. And most importantly, ask for help when you need it. There is courage in that. There is strength in honesty. Let your heart breathe, because holding everything in might look brave, but letting it out might just save your life. Number 5, avoiding social interaction when isolation quietly steals your years. At first, being alone can feel peaceful. The phone doesn't ring as much. The house is quiet. You have your routine. No drama, no noise, just stillness. But over time, that stillness can turn into silence, and that silence becomes loneliness. And loneliness, yes, actual loneliness, is one of the most dangerous habits we can fall into after 60. Medical research has now shown that chronic loneliness can shorten your life as much as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Let that sink in. It increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, depression, and even early dementia. Why? Because your brain is wired for connection. Your immune system, hormones, and memory all depend on regular, meaningful interaction. Let's talk about Marjorie, 81. Her husband had passed, and her children lived in another state. She had good neighbors, but rarely reached out. "I don't want to bother anyone," she'd say. She began losing interest in meals. Her TV stayed on all day for background noise. She forgot to take medications. Her energy dropped. She didn't realize that the real cause of her health decline wasn't illness. It was disconnection. For the moment someone from her senior center visited and invited her for coffee, everything began to change. Within weeks, she started smiling more, eating better, remembering things again. You see, we're not meant to live in isolation, no matter how independent we are. So what can you do? Call someone every day, even if just for a few minutes. Join a local group, a walking club, a hobby circle, or a prayer group. Volunteer if you're able. Helping others fills your soul. Attend community events at your church, senior center, or library. And don't be afraid to say, "I'm lonely." That's not weakness. That's truth. You are still needed. You are still valuable. Don't let silence rob the world of your voice. Number 6. Ignoring sleep problems. When restlessness becomes a risk. How often do you lie awake at night, tossing, turning, staring at the ceiling? You tell yourself, it's just part of getting older. But here's the truth. Poor sleep is not normal. And over time, it can seriously shorten your life. Sleep is not just rest, it's repair. When you sleep, your body heals, your heart rate slows, your brain cleans itself. Poor sleep leads to memory loss, mood swings, high blood pressure, diabetes, weakened immunity, and even falls. Let's meet Walter, age 85. He would nap off and on throughout the day, but barely slept at night. He became irritable, confused, and more forgetful. His family thought it was dementia. But after a sleep evaluation, doctors found he had undiagnosed sleep apnea and fragmented sleep cycles. Once his sleep improved with better habits, his memory, mood, and focus returned. It was like waking up from years of mental fog. Here's what you can do to reclaim healthy sleep. Stick to a regular bedtime and wake-up time. Avoid caffeine and heavy meals after 5 p.m. Limit screen time or bright lights before bed. Instead, try reading or soft music. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark. Talk to your doctor if you snore, gasp, or feel exhausted during the day. And yes, it's okay to nap, but limit it to 30-45 minutes and not too late in the day. Sleep is not wasted time. It's life support. Give your body the gift of true rest, because even one night of good sleep can change everything. Number 7. Ignoring small symptoms. When it's nothing becomes something. How many times have you felt a strange ache, a little pressure in your chest, or a sudden sense of dizziness, and said, "It's nothing, I'm just tired," or "I'll wait and see if it goes away"? This habit, the habit of brushing off symptoms, has cost too many seniors their lives, because it's rarely a loud, dramatic pain that signals something serious. It's often a whisper, a subtle twinge, a shortness of breath, a strange fatigue. And those whispers are easy to ignore, until they aren't. Take Esther, 77. She felt pressure in her back and jaw one afternoon, but figured she had just slept wrong. She didn't call anyone. She rested. Hours later, she had a silent heart attack. Yes, silent. Many seniors, especially women, have heart attacks without ever feeling that classic crushing chest pain. The truth is, your body speaks, and as we get older, it speaks in softer, stranger ways. Listen, if something feels off, check it out. Not because you want to live in fear, but because you value your life. You've lived through enough storms to know it's better to ask early and be safe than wait too long and regret. Don't dismiss sudden fatigue, blurred vision, odd swelling, chest discomfort, or confusion. Keep a symptom journal if something keeps coming back. Have someone you trust on speed dial, and don't wait until tomorrow to speak up. You're not being dramatic. You're being wise. Your body matters. You matter. Number 8. Living without a sense of purpose, when the days all blur together. Retirement. The kids grown, the house quiet, the calendar empty. Many seniors describe this stage of life as a kind of floating. The days blur together. The motivation to get dressed, to plan something, to even care, just fades. And when we lose our sense of purpose, we begin to lose our reason to thrive. Living without purpose doesn't just affect your mood, it affects your physical health too. Studies show seniors with a clear sense of purpose have lower risk of heart disease, depression, and early death. Purpose doesn't mean being busy all day or changing the world. It means having a reason, your reason, to wake up in the morning. Let's remember Ben, age 90. After losing his wife, he stopped doing much. His health declined fast. But when his granddaughter asked him to read to her class once a week over video chat, something awakened. He shaved again. He smiled more. He looked forward to Thursdays. His entire life lifted. You see, it doesn't take much. Tend to your garden. Call a lonely friend once a week. Share your stories with a grandchild. Teach someone a skill you've mastered. Pray, write, knit, paint, visit, volunteer. Even if you don't leave your home, your purpose still breathes inside you. The world still needs your voice, your hands, your love. Your days still matter, you are not finished. Closing message. You've walked through decades of life. You've survived pain, raised others, faced loss, and celebrated love. But now, this season is yours. And while these habits we talked about might feel small, they are the threads that make up your future. Change doesn't have to be big, just intentional. A glass of water, a short walk, a good night's sleep, a conversation, a moment of purpose. That's all it takes to add strength and clarity to your days. You are not fragile. You are valuable. And it's never too late to protect the life that still lies ahead of you. If this video touched your heart, help us reach others like you. Please like this video, share it with someone you love, and subscribe to our channel, Faith Wisdom, where we care for the mind, body, and soul of every season in life. You are not alone, you are loved. We'll see you in the next video.